Every year, we see new trends of parenting. Some are based on research, some are based on neuroscience, and some are based on experience. So for 2026 also, we've got many trending parenting styles that are getting quite popular, but we also have parenting trends that we need to leave behind as they are not effective anymore. I'm here with the research-based parenting styles of 2026. Hi, I'm Manjula and welcome to The Art of Parenting by Planet Spark, where we raise ourselves first as parents before we raise our children. And today, we are going to learn some new parenting trends that we should adopt in 2026 and also some parenting trends that we should leave behind. Parenting in 2026 is evolving with the times, blending empathy with structure, technology with intention, and independence with connection. In 2026, the era of the aesthetic parent is being replaced by a more grounded, realistic approach that prioritizes mental health over visual perfection. Driven by Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and millennial values, modern parenting now emphasizes cycle breaking to heal generational trauma while leaning on AI driven logistics to manage the chaos of daily life. So, first, let's talk about parenting styles that are fading out in 2026. Permissive parenting or gentle parenting. The idea behind gentle parenting was to shift away from an authoritarian parenting style, which was all about control and rigid discipline, like it's my way or highway. Gentle parenting was about understanding a child's emotions and about setting firm boundaries, but gently. Unfortunately, the concept of gentle parenting was misinterpreted and it became about not saying no to your child ever and fulfilling all his or her reasonable and unreasonable demands. That is not gentle parenting. That is actually permissive parenting. So in 2026, permissive parenting is fading out as it requires parents to be always available, always saying yes, which puts a lot of pressure on parents, leading to parental burnout. Also, a lot of evidence and research is showing that a lack of boundaries increases childhood anxiety and hinders self regulation. The shift away from permissive parenting in 2026 is a response to what psychologists are calling the boundary vacuum. After soft parenting trends, parents and educators began noticing a rise in childhood anxiety and a lack of executive function in adolescents. Developmental psychologists have highlighted that children without firm boundaries often experience high cortisol level, which is a stress hormone. So in 2026, say no to permissive parenting and also learn to say no to your child's unreasonable demands. Number two, overscheduling is out. So we often overschedule our children's day with a lot of activities like after school classes, tuition, sports classes, drawing classes, music and dance classes, coding classes, and so on. We make their day so tight and structured that sometimes they don't even have time to play and have fun. Now, the reason parents do this is because of cutthroat competition, social comparison, and fear of our child falling out behind. But the research highlighted a spike in adolescent burnout and a decline in creative problem solving skills in kids with overpacked schedules. Developmental research shows that unstructured play strengthens executive function, creativity, problem solving skills, and emotional regulation. Studies on childhood stress warn that constant performance pressure can increase anxiety, affect sleep, and reduce intrinsic motivation in children. The children whose day is already planned by adults feel demotivated to try something new on their own and are often tired, irritated, and unhappy. So, overscheduling as a trend is on its way in 2026, and thank God for that. Number three, no digital first parenting. You must have met a lot of parents or grandparents now who proudly say that their 1 or a 2 year or a 3 year old child can use mobile like a pro and knows every mobile app or how they use iPads or tablets for drawing, etc. At one point, this digital life parenting was considered really cool, where parents would hand over their phones to their children just to make a lifestyle statement. But in 2026, this trend is declining. Today, parents are becoming more and more aware of the dangers of digital first parenting. It impacts brain development, reduces attention span, and also affects children's physical and mental health. Excessive screen use, especially in early childhood, can lead to speech delays and reduced cognitive functioning. Exposure to inappropriate content online can cause anxiety, depression, and increased aggression or irritability. As per data provided by UNICEF, nearly 60% of children are at risk of digital addiction, with high risks of cyberbullying and exposure to harmful content. Digital first parenting is also weakening parent child bond as parents and children both are on their screens and all the time they are only looking at their screens and they spend zero quality time with each other. We, the modern parents, understand terms like brain rot and doom scrolling, and that's why digital first parenting is out of 2026. Now let's talk about what's in the parenting trends we should adopt in 2026. First is hybrid parenting or balanced parenting. So, as we saw, permissive or gentle parenting is out in 2026. In place of that, we have a new parenting trend named hybrid parenting, also called balanced parenting, also known as authoritative parenting 2.0. It is a research packed synthesis of gentle parenting and traditional parenting. It is the modern evolution of authoritative parenting, which decades of developmental research have consistently identified as the gold standard for child outcomes. So in 2026, instead of sticking to just one style, parents are blending methods that best fit their family, combining warmth, structure, and emotional support. A 2024-2025 developmental study highlighted that while validating emotions reduces childhood trauma, a lack of firm boundaries increases anxiety. The hybrid approach is that you validate the feelings but you don't move the boundary. For example, if your child is refusing to go to school, you validate his feelings by saying, I know you don't like it, and it's okay to feel this way, but we have to go to school as it's really important for you. Balanced parenting also challenges peer-based parenting and answers one of the most important questions that almost all parents have. Should we be our child's best friend or not? The research in attachment theory emphasizes that children feel safest when they perceive their parent as a strong, wise, and kind leader. So when a parent acts like a friend and the child shares something with them that he also shares with his friends, suddenly the parent reacts like a parent and the child gets confused how to behave with his or her parents. So imagine your daughter bunked school and went shopping with her friends and she told you. So if you act like her best friend, you have to act like her other best friends, meaning you have to be okay with her bunking school and going shopping. Because when friends share such plans with each other, and especially with their best friends, the best friends will always support and never lecture them. They will never tell them what's right or what's wrong. But you as a parent have to do that. So either you can close your eyes and support her like a best friend, even when she is doing something wrong. Or you can become a parent and tell her that what she did was wrong. And of course, she's free to go shopping, but only on holidays. So balanced parenting in this particular case would be to behave like a guide who will show you the right path, but will not lecture you on how to walk that path. Next one is slow parenting is replacing the overscheduling trend in parenting in 2026. Rather than overscheduling our children's day with loads of activities, parents are now moving towards slow parenting. In 2026, parents are retiring the more is better mindset. There has been a massive drop in enrollment for competitive activities for children. Families are now choosing one high activity per season. This allows the child to enjoy the experience of learning one thing at a time. Research shows that free time or doing nothing time is essential for the brain as it processes social lessons and sparks creative innovation. Parents are now opting for slow parenting where you don't rush your child but make sure he gets some free time to do things that he or she likes. Also, boredom is being rebranded as cognitive necessity as it makes the children think of ways to entertain themselves on their own, helping in enhancing their innovative skills. The goal is no longer to build a resume kid, but to protect a happy kid. The third one, the rise of analog parenting. Analog parenting is a conscious approach where parents prioritize real world, human and hands on experiences over digital ones. It doesn't mean rejecting technology completely, it means not letting screens replace connection. Analog parenting focuses on face to face conversations, physical books instead of only digital content, outdoor play instead of indoor screen time, real toys instead of app based entertainment, and family routines without constant device interruptions. It is often seen as a response to digital first parenting, where devices become default pacifiers, teachers, or entertainers. Please remember, analog parenting doesn't raise anti technology children. It raises emotionally intelligent ones who can use technology without being used by it. So these were the trending parenting styles of 2026. But once again, let me remind you that we always say on our channel that there is nothing right or there is no right or wrong way of parenting. We as parents should know about these parenting trends, but adopt the one that works best for us and for our children. For more such trending parenting ideas, please follow The Art of Parenting by Planet Spark with me, Manjula, and to enhance your child's creativity, make them join Planet Spark's online classes. Just log on to pspark.in and book your free trial class today.